I'm Big Jim.
And I'm Ryan Miller.
From 3 Count Thursday, and you are listening to
PBR Podcast.
That was amazing.
Team effort.
Sophisticated podcast, baby. Now tell me something good. Oh, yeah.
What's up, everybody? PBR Podcast, Mike Plano, Derek T. We got two very special guests. They're part of the We clan, though, unfortunately. All the way.
We?
The We.
The Women's Entertainment?
It's they. No, not that. Like, we're part of the team. You're not part of the team, guys.
We.
You're they.
I was Team They.
Are you? You are big
Team
team.
they, yeah.
Well, then I'm going to say Ryan Miller and Big Jim. See how I did? I did Ryan Miller first, even though you're to my right.
Best for
and
last.
you're a two-timer on this show.
I am
That's
a two-timer.
right.
All right, but now it's all about Ryan Miller.
Thank you.
My first episode, Lost in the Abyss.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's the dude's name with
True
Macklemore?
story.
Oh, that's
Not
Ryan
because of
Lewis.
you, though.
Never mind.
No.
Macklemore, the rapper?
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. So it's Big Jim and Ryan Miller.
Ryan, I'm going to get this out of the way right away. You know, Derek D was a Slim Shady, and he was in a boy band. It was called Menergize. How does he at the end of
He
it?
did, I was told about that on the write-up. I was supposed to say that you're in a boy band.
It wasn't Menergize.
I got beat too. I'm
was,
sorry.
I
felt him
You
in.
should have
It
told
What was
me.
it? Was it Seth Rogen? No, Joe Rogan. Seth
Oh,
Rogen.
now
Joe
you're
Rogan.
dead.
That's what it was.
We went from boys to you're a dickhead. Like, see that?
Well, I wore the hat, so I was a dickhead when I walked in here.
It was mixed results with a Z.
It was mixed results. Menergize.
Menergize.
Were you ever in a boy band, Ryan?
I mean, it's funny that the boy band thing, the 3 Count Thursday name of our podcast actually comes from a faction of a boy band. We can get to that later if you want.
No, let's get into that right now.
But yeah, it's ridiculous.
What boy band?
It's the wrestling faction boy band called 3 Count. That's
And
just what they were
from
called.
WCW.
There was a boy band, a wrestling group.
That was their gimmick, is they were a boy band.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
my
it
God,
was
that's brilliant.
Shannon Moore, Sugar Shane Helms, and
Evan Courageous.
Evan Courageous.
Right.
Is WCW still around?
No,
No,
they're dead.
WWE bought them in 2001
okay.
or something like
Because
that.
WCW was kind of like the one that just never. It was got big names, but it never reached WWF or WWE.
Well, there was a time in the mid '90s where they,
It got big.
for like 80 some weeks, had beaten WWE in ratings, and then I think the turning point was when
3 Count.
was 3 Count was
They went
when
the boy band route. That was
WWE used to pre-tape every other episode of Raw, and WCW is live every week. And there was one week where WCW revealed that Mankind, Mick Foley, was winning the WWF title on Raw. So he's like, you can just stay watching with us, but it backfired because everybody turned over, and then they like fell in love with WWF again, and that's the turning point.
Now WWE, they had like the NWO, right? That when Hogan went bad,
WCW,
That was
yeah.
WCW.
Yeah.
Right? So they pulled some big names.
Oh, that was.
Oh yeah,
That was WCW.
That was
Ooh,
WCW.
yeah.
Because I was Hollywood Hogan for Halloween.
you
That was
were.
when he was
That
with
was
WCW.
Yeah.
So it was pretty big. I mean, it still doesn't compare to the WWF. I can't talk tonight, man. I'm stuttering all over.
That was me all day today.
It's all right.
Yeah.
we know about the.
Yeah,
Sure.
Ryan, you know about my frenulum?
No.
I'm sticking out my tongue right now. I have a short. It's not funny. People make fun of it, but whatever. Speech impediment, 60%. But WWE still is on top, man. It's
Oh, it's
like
king.
old school. Do you remember the cartoon?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there
Hulk
was a-
Hogan's.
Oh, what the heck was that called?
I don't remember what it's called.
It was
but yeah.
probably called WWF, right? But it was like good versus evil, and like on the evil side was the Iron Sheik and who was the big Russian?
Nikolai
Volkov, right? And they had all the bad guys and then the good guys. I wanted to ask you this before when we were eating some delicious Gianni's pizza.
Johnny'sPizzeria.com.
Check it out. We actually do have pizza before the show sometimes.
Yeah.
How long? It seems like in wrestling, and I don't know if it's so much any more than it used to be when we were kids, but it's like whatever the war is at the time, is like the bad guy in WWE was like Nikolai Volkov or the Iron Sheik.
Right.
How long until there's like an ISIS, like an Arab
Well, back
wearing a
Wrestler?
backpack?
Yeah.
right around 9/11, or shortly after 9/11, they had Muhammad Hassan.
Muhammad Hassan.
Really?
And he came out. And then a couple years ago, when we were like kind of battling Russia, they had a guy who was from Bulgaria, but he defected to Russia, and he came out and like declared his love for Vladimir Putin. And they would always put up a picture of Vladimir
Dude,
Putin
it's like
up on the
I
screen.
guess you got to play on that a
Yeah,
little bit.
I think WWE and you know we had on a long time ago we had like season 1 of this show we had on David Kreisman, who was a writer for the WWE, and he was also an Emmy award-winning writer for As the World Turns, or one of those. It's like brilliant because
Well,
it's the
both
same
soap
shit,
operas,
man.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But like they keep very timely with like what's going on in the world. It's very easy to pull characters from that. But is
Well,
it too soon?
Right now it's probably too soon.
Yeah,
but if it kind of settles down a little bit, I'd say 6 months they'll have.
I can see WrestleMania 2016. It's like some French douche, super like off the top ropes onto ISIS, who's wearing a backpack.
But his name's like ICES
It's spelled different.
Jones or something.
Yeah,
Like
Jones.
ISIS Jones.
ISIS Jones.
Like what, the
sounds
French guy's on the top of the ropes. What does he say to the crowd?
I do that. what's that?
With Charlie, right? What was the saying? What was Charlie do? What was it? Vive la France!
Vive la France.
Frankie, where's Dennis? What was the saying with Charlie do?
I am Charlie.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a showstopper. Thanks a lot.
Well, they had the French team there for a while. Was it La Resistance?
Yeah. Back when
something,
France
yeah.
wasn't going to war with us, that was back in like 2003.
Oh, they did have a friend. So watch, they'll come back.
What is on the television right now?
Well, the Rangers are on. So.
Yeah. It was a weird commercial. Sorry.
So, guys, thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. What was it? It was a little bit of a journey. Ryan, how did you stand being in the car with Jim for that long?
I took a nap.
How long is that ride?
That's about 2 hours.
Yeah,
it's not
about
bad.
2 hours.
Who drove?
I
Jim
drove.
did. I took a nap.
Well, he took a nap. I hope he. I hope he wasn't driving.
just said that.
Unless
I
he was
apologize.
in a
Yeah.
Tesla Model S. And
No, we were actually listening to a podcast on the way in, and I was up ass crack at dawn today, like 4:30 to get to work on a late night. Last night, coming off the pay-per-view we just watched, so I knew I was tired. He's like, "Oh, I'm tired too." And I'm like, "Shut up, you're driving." But yeah, it was. I took a little nap. I just.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Let me ask you this: you guys ever wrestled? Like, did you wrestle in high school? Like, actually?
No,
like,
I never
Like
did.
in gym class.
Yeah, not
in
like.
gym class.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
about
Do you guys
No.
want to wrestle right now?
I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah.
Really?
He'd probably throw up, or we'd probably both like pass
No,
out.
not like I feel like if we did a tag team,
randomly
like
throw up.
Derek and I versus you
What?
two, I feel like we're screwed.
Done.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Kidding me?
I think you guys are more athletic than we are.
You might you
I mean, we're bigger than you. There's
you
no doubt
definitely
about that.
Yeah.
You guys definitely ate more than Derek weighs today.
Oh,
lunch
certainly,
at Wegmans.
certainly,
At
absolutely.
Wegmans.
Or, you know
That's what we're gonna buy that much food tomorrow at Wegmans.
This blows my
We're gonna look
mind.
there.
First time ever in one.
Oh, it's great.
It's crazy, right? And by the way, if you go to DerekD.com, you can see he has his height and weight listed on there.
I don't. But anyway, Wegmans is a great store. We should get them as a sponsor too. But in the meantime, GiannisPizzeria.com.
All right. So for those people who don't know, Jim and Ryan do a wrestling show, right? It's called 3 Count Thursday. Where can they stalk you right now? They're listening on their phone. They have Twitter open.
You can go follow us on Twitter and Instagram, 3 Count Thursday, Facebook.com/3 Count Thursday. We're on NGSC Sports is where you can find our shows, or iTunes.
So how did it all start, man? I know Jim that you're a big sports fan. How did you guys hook up, and how did it all become?
We've been friends forever. I think it's probably the easiest way to describe it.
Yeah, probably.
Went to high school together?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
High school, middle
High school
school.
broadcasting.
Yeah, it took broadcasting
Broadcasting
together
was
in
really
high
the big
school.
thing that put
Right
us
on.
together. Was the broadcasting.
And then I started doing a sports podcast almost 3 years ago. And then a year and a half ago, before WrestleMania and stuff, before some of the big pay-per-views, I would have Ryan come on and we would talk wrestling. We'd talk about the upcoming pay-per-view. And finally, like WrestleMania last year, which had been like last March, I was like, why don't we just start doing a wrestling show? Like, there's tons of wrestling podcasts. We talk about wrestling all the time. Let's just do a separate one. And that's where it started. And in the last 8 months, it's by and large overtaken everything. I've actually stopped, at least temporarily, doing the Tuesday sports show because 3 Count Thursday is like engulfing everything.
I mean, it's huge. Wrestling is huge. You know, it's enormous. Derek, you and your band of gypsies who are all in their mid-30s were wrestlers for Halloween, like, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What do you think I was talking about?
I don't know what you were talking. I was waiting to get to the punchline.
Energize?
Yeah, no, it was mixed results with a Z. Results. Anyway, yeah, me and my buddies were all wrestlers, and I was Hollywood Hogan. We had Macho Man Randy Savage. We had the Boss Man. We had Bret the Hitman Hart. We had John Cena, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. There's the Kane. There's a bunch.
You guys think that like everybody he named is pretty much from the glory days, right? Like, do you think?
Except for John Cena, he's current. Kane is
Ultimate
current.
Warrior was there.
Yeah, Warrior. Yeah.
There wasn't like no one was like Hacksaw Jim Duggan or like those guys.
Do you think the characters were better in the 80s, 90s than they are now?
It's a shame nobody dresses up like Hacksaw Jim Duggan anymore.
People don't dress
Just
up.
don't
right?
get no respect for Hacksaw.
All you do is got to rock like a Speedo and hold a
I'll say
2x4.
you wear what, blue
Blue
underwear
shorts.
and blue boots.
and a 2x4.
Carry a 2x4. Be a cheap costume.
Real cheap costume.
I don't know if the characters, Ryan, you can touch on it, but I don't know if the characters were better then. I think it was just different. Like, I think years ago, you could have more, I don't want to say like cartoony, but you could have more like outlandish or where now a lot of it is reality. I think more reality based. Not everybody, but more reality based.
Yeah, you could have more gimmicks back then.
You don't have
they had
yeah.
a garbage man, for God's sakes.
Who was that one again?
Duke the Dumpster Drosy. I mean,
Yeah, the Repo Man.
Repo Man who just
Oh,
came
Repo
out and
Man.
repossessed things.
Mountie. I
right,
mean,
like everybody had a job, right?
Right. It was a job. It was
Rick
very
the Model
job-oriented.
Martel carried the can of arrogance.
Yeah, man, and then you had like you had a manager that came out with you, like what was his name with the bullhorn?
Oh,
man? Jimmy
Jimmy
Hart.
Hart.
Jimmy Hart, and the talented Elizabeth, right?
Right.
Is that
Jimmy Hart, real nice guy, actually. Just met him.
Yeah, we
a
met
couple
him
months ago.
back this summer.
Does he look the same? Still got a
Exactly the
100%
same.
the same.
Really, all party in the front business in the
Oh,
back
it's
with-
it's exactly
sorry,
the
other
same.
way. Totally
I don't
screwed
know
that
if his hair is real though, but it might not be real. But I got to hold the bullhorn, which was pretty cool.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
And now they don't have that, right? So it's like no. What about like the Undertaker? There's none.
It's
of
all
that
just
anymore,
names.
He's
You
there. He was
John
just on-
Cena, Roman Reigns. It's all names.
right? Is The Rock come back at all?
Every now and again, he makes an
The
appearance.
most electrifying.
Well, you like my shirt, right?
That is real.
It doesn't matter if you like my
You
shirt.
got me, you son of a bitch.
But there are rumors that The Rock is going to wrestle at WrestleMania this year.
He should, man. He's good. Didn't he kind of like rejuvenate the sport when he came back?
Oh yeah,
was
I mean
kinda-
him and Austin and those guys.
Oh
Back.
yeah.
What's up with Stone Cold Steve Austin? Is he still doing it? What's his?
No, he's done, right?
Pretty much done.
Does
I
he
think
show
said
up every
he's
now and
done.
then, or
He does a podcast.
Does
Yeah.
he really?
Yeah.
What the hell's it even called?
Stone Cold podcast.
Stone Cold
Okay,
said so?
that's it. Yeah, Stone Cold podcast.
Do you think if the WWE does sneak in this ISIS character, how's it spelled?
ICES.
Do you, I mean, I think
Isis
this-
Jones.
Isis Jones is going to be in 2016. I think we have the perfect the hero, the people's hero, Donald Trump. And I feel like if Donald Trump was on the top ropes, he would probably say something like,
Let me tell you something. You're going to go down. It's going to be fantastic. What I'm going to do is jump on you, hit you with a gold mallet, boom, send you back to Mexico. It's going to be great.
Don, I don't think I don't think that WrestleMania is in Mexico this year.
Shut up, Mike. You're an idiot.
But listen, it's not. Where is it this year? dude?
Huge.
It's in Dallas.
It's in Dallas, which, but matter of fact, it's on the border.
Let me tell you
not on the
something,
border.
Mike.
It's by Mexico.
Close enough, okay? What we're going to do is build a huge wall around the ring and see if those Mexican jumping beans to just get right over it. Then suplexes all day. Trump 2016.
Oh, it's so terrible. It's Trump doesn't stand a chance. But I mean, I got to be honest, not to beat a dead horse. I don't even know where this episode falls in the lineage. So maybe I am beating a dead horse. Maybe I'm not.
Maybe not.
But Trump does have a tag team partner.
Who's that?
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm sure.
So, like, they're talking smack before to Mean Gene Austin. And what are they saying?
Ow, listen, Mean Gene. What I'm going to do is with your head, squeeze it hard and right into the mat. And then after that, Donald will throw gold dust in your face.
That's his weapon. It's gold dust.
Yeah.
And he pulls it out of his coif. Right?
My weapon, I throw these little dolls that look like maids right at you. Wow, don't
And-
sleep with your maid.
The thing is that they're not really dolls, Arnold. Those are actually little Mexican women.
The Mexican
They
babies.
just look smaller to you because you're
Because
giant.
I'm a gigantic man. Yeah, they look like babies. And we throw them
Do you put Donald on the wall? Or how does he get up on the wall?
on my shoulders.
And then he just flex?
Yes.
Ryan, you didn't know that we had celebrities
That's
like such as
fantastic.
Donald Trump and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No,
on
we
the show.
don't have any of that stuff on our pod. We're
No.
so bush league. It's not even funny.
We are.
Oh man.
Oh, Donald and then
Donald has a record at WrestleMania, doesn't he?
Oh, he
he's-
was right.
He was.
He does. He was in. Was it Lashley's?
Really?
I think maybe.
don't
Yeah,
remember it.
He was in Lashley's corner, and I forget who. It was the hair versus hair match.
That's right.
At
yeah.
WrestleMania 23.
I'm going out. Listen, I'm going out on a limb right now. I'm telling everybody that PBR supports Donald Trump.
100%.
I had no idea he got in the ring.
No, he was him and Vince McMahon, like, they picked a guy in the back, and it was a hair versus hair match.
That is unbelievable.
That's awesome.
And Trump, obviously, his guy won, and Vince McMahon had to get his head
It was against
shaved.
Umaga.
Trumped him.
Yeah.
It was Umaga.
But also, he was WrestleMania's 4 and 5 were at the Trump Plaza down in Atlantic City.
Which is no longer it's
Boardwalk
still there.
Hall.
It's still
No,
there,
that's still
right?
there.
It's still there.
Boardwalk Arena or Boardwalk Hall.
Yeah. Where the Bullies play,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Are they
yeah.
still play there? The Bullies are a
not
minor
sure.
league hockey team.
I know they had disbanded a couple years ago, but I'm not sure if they're back.
That whole town is
not.
kind of disbanded.
Yeah, it's kind of what I heard.
What, AC?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
When's the last time you went down there? Was it
I almost went down last weekend. I went a couple months ago, I guess. I don't know. It's still fun. I like the Trop. Borgata's cool here and there.
I mean, how come they haven't had a large event? They don't have
conventions?
UFC down there. They
never-
don't have any major heavyweight boxing matches there. WWE's not there. Like, what's going on? Like, why did that never happen? All your major events are happening in North Jersey, right? Prudential Center,
yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
the Garden.
I mean, the Borgata has a pretty big, of course not an arena, but a big theater in there.
Yeah.
But the Revel is like closed down right now. Imagine, have you ever been in there? Were you ever in there?
never went
Have you
in.
never been in there? It must be amazing, like just an empty, huge, beautiful casino. Like it must be eerie as hell in there. Like it's just empty. That's gotta be kind of freaky.
I bet there's homeless living in it.
No, the guy, the dude who owns it was gonna put Syrian refugees in there.
Stop.
Yeah.
No.
It's like,
How do you
whoa.
feel about that?
It's like, wait a second, we have tons of homeless people right here in America that could use
Yeah.
a place to stay for.
That's a good point, man.
It's like, what? Yeah, exactly. Like, you screen them first. Don't just throw random people in there. But we have homeless people. It's crazy.
I think you should figure out a way to take care of both. Like, you think that with a country such as ours, you think you'd be able to help out both.
You want to bring the refugees to New Jersey?
I don't know.
We live in Pennsylvania.
Here's
Your
my
state's actually one of the only states that
Yeah, we have the open
supported
door
it.
policy.
Yeah.
here's an analogy, and I'm not saying I'm for or against. I mean, you have a bowl of the best cherries you could ever eat in your life, the most wonderful tasting, beautiful cherries you will ever eat in your life, and 4 of them are absolutely poisonous, deadly. You would die immediately if you ate one. Would you let your kids just eat out of that bowl?
It's the worst analogy ever.
Why?
I
If
thought we were
there's
doing good.
people that want to kill people within a bunch of people,
Yeah.
you say, all right, well, so you let your kid dig his hand in and pick out a cherry.
No.
I'm just saying.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not saying they're all bad. I'm saying there's quite possibly bad ones in there.
You're saying because of the potential.
Sure. Yeah.
So you're not saying don't eat cherries.
No, everyone.
Because some cherries are good. Cherries are delicious.
No, they're very delicious.
They are delicious.
I'm just saying, in this scenario, 4 of them are.
What about like
absolutely
cherry ice?
We're talking about cherry. I don't know, man.
If you put it in a pie, is it still dangerous?
Oh no! Once you heat it up,
It
they're
wipes
dead.
out-
So
it
it's
wipes out?
fine. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Wouldn't you just inspect the cherries really well?
They all
Yeah,
look
I
exactly
would.
the same.
I would. I have no problem with inspecting the cherries, but I don't want to inspect the cherries in New Jersey. I want to inspect the cherries at, like, maybe, I don't know, say Guantanamo.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So inspect them there and then maybe bring them here?
Sure, and
okay.
then the bad ones, you throw them out.
Okay. I'd have no problem with
mainly
that.
women and kid cherries can.
Why? I don't understand why they even have to come here at all.
I guess my question is, why does the homeless vets matter now? Why didn't they matter a couple months ago?
No, they should
No,
always
that's a
matter.
good point.
That was my.
They should
concern.
always matter.
Right, yeah. I've seen a lot of
Right.
that.
Like,
It's
we have a ton of homeless- we
why
had
do
them
you
a
why do you
month
only
ago.
care about the homeless people here now?
I don't understand why all these people with veterinarian degrees are homeless. What's going on with that? And are we
I
still
know.
talking about cherries?
You think they would be able to get good jobs as vets?
Right, they have all of that schooling.
I know.
They know how to take care of animals,
I know.
and yet they're homeless.
Although, and on a serious note, in the city, I'm seeing more and more homeless people on the streets than there was when I guess Bloomberg and Giuliani were in there. Like,
Of course.
there's more and more
Yeah.
and more. And I swear, some of them, There's one group. There's like it's like their house is getting bigger and bigger, and it's rotating people. I see, which is strange to me.
Aliens.
Or a little conglomerate to I don't know.
What do you do with those cherries?
What did Bloomberg do? I don't know. What did he do? What worked?
I don't know. He took them off the streets. You probably don't want to know what he did.
I was gonna say that there may be they may have done bad things. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think they put him in like shelters and tried to get him back on their feet or work. I mean, I don't know. I heard
Like
those
what
programs.
Like what people should
I feel
do.
like now the programs they're not really existent. That's why there's more and more.
I don't know. I think we're just screwed in general. Like everybody's offended by everything. If somebody's listening to this podcast right now, going,
Probably
"Oh my
just got
god,
offended by something, yeah.
my grandfather grows cherries. He has cherry trees all over. And you got their
Here's a
using
cherry
trees?
farm.
They're not poisonous.
They're really not.
They're not.
Sometimes Susie gets poisonous ones, but then Sarah throws
The
them
worst
away.
is diarrhea that you're gonna get. But that's it.
And I'm so offended now. Like, oh my god.
It's so true though. Like I was talking about that today with a couple people. We watched this video. It was like people making fun of that. It was like, no, we don't have any names anymore. We can't refer to it. And it was just everyone's offended by everything. It's so annoying.
You know what I'm offended by is people blowing shit up. It offends me. So I don't want any more people coming in that are gonna blow shit up.
Yeah, that offends.
Fair
me.
enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Right? Because like I don't care who you're talking to. You could talk to anybody who's like so like pro bring in the refugees. Right? The second some shit blows up,
They're gonna be like, get them out.
What are they gonna say? Well,
Right,
yeah, they're
exactly.
the first one screaming, man.
Sure.
I don't know. We all saw Troy.
I didn't see Troy.
You didn't see Troy? You should watch Troy. Read the book.
Saw Troy Aikman.
You know what happens? He was great.
He was a good quarterback.
You know what happens in Troy? The Trojan horse.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Here's a gift, Dead.
We've seen this. We know how it goes down. I don't know. And there's bigger problems, man. It's like what's going on in the world now is like remember when we were the badasses? Like when we were the ones that policed everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, who's over in Syria right now with 150,000 troops on the ground, you know, kicking ass, and that's the Russians.
Yeah. Putin don't give a shit.
He don't care,
He
man.
don't care.
So I don't know.
It's because over here, everything, like, there's the right and there's the left. Nobody gets along, so you can't get anything done.
It's so stupid too. It's like, just
I don't know. I don't understand.
along.
I don't get it. Like my wife and I were talking about it this weekend, and it's like I don't understand how people expect anything to get done or anything to change. Like everybody's talking about 2016 and Carson and Trump and Hillary. And I said it doesn't matter.
it almost doesn't matter.
I was at the bar 2 weeks ago, and there it was with some people I work with, and they were all like 21, 22, 23, and they're just going off about politics, and I'm just sitting back like laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I hope I wasn't that obnoxious 10 years ago.
You probably were.
I probably
We
was.
probably are a little bit
I don't
now
think-
too.
no.
Like you know what I mean? Like we
I don't
are,
think
but
we were.
You
It
don't
was
think
different
so,
ti-
man?
No, man.
No, we all were.
But I think
No,
honestly,
we canvassed like neighborhoods.
We went to college together,
and,
yeah.
and yeah, I mean, spreading the word of the tickets and everything like that. Like we definitely were those people.
Yeah.
Like our vote mattered and things like that. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying your vote doesn't matter, but
It doesn't
probably
matter.
doesn't matter.
I just think like honestly, social media and the media is screwing everything up.
I just feel like we're not the country that we used to be, nor are we going to be the country that we were ever again. And you have like talk about Putin, and I'm going to 60% this, man, which means mostly bullshit, Ryan.
Okay, all right. No.
Putin got up in front of like Parliament, and it's probably not even called Parliament in Russia, but I think it's like his Parliament. And he made a speech, and it was a really short speech. And basically, what Putin said was, "Listen, we are going to maintain the Russian way of life. If you come here and you don't speak Russian, you should probably learn to speak Russian. We speak Russian in Russia, and we're not gonna cater to your," and I think he used the term Muslim, but we're not gonna cater to Muslim needs or to anybody's needs. We're gonna preserve Russian life,
Okay.
and the way of our people, and that's it's interesting, man. He's the only person standing up and saying that, and you could say what you want about it, but I think it's in the next 5 years, like the UK, and we have some fans out in the UK, right? So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Muslims will be the majority in the UK in the next 5 years,
Or like France or something. Yeah.
and France.
I think so.
right?
yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
So I don't know. It's like you got to preserve your way of life. Now in America, it's
but
different
I was
because
gonna
we're all
say-
not from here.
And well, it isn't part of the problem with that mentality here is that we don't have a certain way of life. Like we were founded because there wasn't one way of life.
No, that's not
Like,
correct.
and
Though
like-
there was a way of life.
I mean, we were
What
founded
was-
on Christianity.
No, before that though, who was here?
Well, Native Americans.
Where are they
Native
now?
Americans.
Right?
You have to preserve. They're
That's true.
gone now because
That's true. Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
true.
preserved. So, but
They're
it's
not gone though.
dude. They're all but gone. Are you
Like,
kidding
there's
me?
very few reservations like in this country.
All but
Well,
gone.
yeah,
And
not
what
that-
Putin's
yeah.
saying, like, if you think about it as can we call them Native Americans? Is that what we call them now? Like, I don't
Yeah.
even know someone's offended. Mike said Native American. Dennis!
God forbid you say the Redskins.
You know what I mean? So I don't even know what you call them anymore. But like, that's kind of what Putin's saying. Like, you have to. There will be no more French people in the next 10 years. They're trying
Okay.
to. They're trying to like. They're trying
right,
to
but what
breed
I-
them out of existence.
Yeah, but what I mean was like when the United States of America was founded in 1776, like it was pretty much like an open door policy. Like we don't have a
No,
national. We technically don't have a national language. Everybody's like, you got to, why do I got to press, one for English and two for Spanish? And why can't everybody just speak English? Well, because first off, our version of English isn't even really English. Like we speak
We
American.
speak American here.
I subscribe to that, but this
I'm
isn't
okay
our
with
land.
that.
This
But
is
we
not
don't
our-
have a national language. We don't have like a national religion, regardless
Right.
of like what people want to believe.
and we are a melting pot. Like we don't.
Exactly.
We're not trying to protect some kind of bloodline.
right.
You know what I mean? That's not the case in Europe, and that's not the case in Asia. It's not. So
It's not.
you have to you got to protect that, like because the Native Americans didn't, and they're gone now. So if you don't protect it, that's what happens.
Right. That's what happens. You get overtaken.
But another thing too, though, regarding like when my ancestors and stuff came in, they came in through Ellis Island. They had paperwork. They had to do everything to come. It wasn't just like come on in, open door policy. Don't worry, but it's fine. Come in. And that's almost what it seems like it's getting to right now, and it's crazy. It's like they're saying your family was refugees. No, they weren't. They came over on a
No.
boat from Italy.
Right. And they went through Ellis Island. My
Yeah, but they
grandfather's
weren't-
name is up on Ellis Island. He went through the whole thing, stamped WAP. We went over this in
Yeah,
a couple
they
episodes
weren't
ago.
refugees.
They did it the right way. Like,
They
and
were
I'm totally
foreigners
for
coming
that.
here, wanting to be American, and that's another thing too. It's like
Sports show.
it's like someone will be complaining about someone saying something bad about their religion or whatever, but they don't, and they're an American. Say you're an American Muslim, or you're an American insert religion here. You're an American first.
Right.
So like you should like worry about our country and be united in that instead of being like, well, why do you think all Muslims are bad? We don't think all Muslims are bad. But let me tell you, Frankie DiGeronimo over here isn't bombing people. It's not
Right.
we know
also-
the local area of where it's coming from, so we have to be a little cautious.
And it's also just been done. The whole Trojan horse thing.
Yeah.
Syrian refugees in Paris, Russian refugees in Boston. Like, it's kind of a trend. So you have to be careful, man. You
gotta.
protect it. Right, Ryan Miller?
You're right. Yeah, I'm just sitting there taking it in. I don't want to offend anybody.
No.
I think everybody needs to stop
thinking,
being pussies.
That's one thing. Everybody just has to sack up and stop being
you
offended
know what?
by
You know what the
things.
thing though is true. Like, do you get offended easily? I don't.
I don't.
No.
Like most people don't. I don't think. I think
I'm pretty sensitive.
It's the few that get all butthurt about it and they post and then it gets on the media, and that's why everyone. Then it becomes this big thing when literally only like 8 people were pissed.
I think my favorite picture on the internet right now is that one. It's like Bill sees something on the internet. Bill doesn't like what he saw on the internet. Bill ignores it and walks away. Like if we would all just do that, I'm just so sick and tired negative, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I've blocked or unfriended or unfollowed people just because I'm just so sick and tired of every time
100%
you
agree.
log in just to try and catch up on some news, because that's where I get my news. I don't watch MSNBC or whatever. I get my news from social media, from Twitter, from Facebook and stuff. And it's every time I log on, I have to read 6 people's 9 million opinions about
You're right.
something that happened that they didn't care about yesterday and they're not going to care about tomorrow.
But he's the type of guy that then would put his opinion up on Facebook
Just
about
piss
the
people off.
people's whose
Yeah.
opinions are pissed off about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You get pissed at those people who put up their pissy opinions.
Sure.
Me and Mike were talking about a past show. You won't see me post anything political. You won't see me I'm always posting funny or happy things or stuff I'm doing. It's because that just annoys the hell out of me. That's all it is now when you sign on. It's just relax.
I shared when the shit hit the fan a couple weeks ago in Paris. And everybody was sharing stuff. I shared 4 stories, right?
Oh, yeah.
All 4 of them were of a different perspective. Like one was an old a George W. Bush clip predicting that this was going to happen. One was like a story about how Muslims are taking over Europe, and then like one was like pro-Muslim, right? So I put up all these different stories. Nothing was like bashing anybody, and somebody like a lot of people started to attack like this one story,
Right.
And I wanted to like write up there like, did you not see the three I put before that? Like, why didn't you know? It's like Jesus
Everyone's
Christ,
to focus
man.
on one thing, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'll admit I fall into the rabbit hole, and like
You do,
there's
man.
times you got to like catch yourself, and there's sometimes, honest to God, you'll catch me, and you'll be like,
You're right.
you'll throw something at me, and I'm like, shit.
Sometimes you're right. I'll read something and be like, I want to respond to this so bad, but it's just not worth getting into it.
You know what I learned to do, man?
just don't
learned,
do it. So
I
don't-
type it. Though.
anything.
Type it though. Respond
type it
to
out
it
and then delete it.
and then delete it
Yeah.
because it
That's what I
helps.
need
Yeah?
to do.
It really
That's
helps.
what I
Never
need to
thought of
do.
that.
I do it 10 times a day.
Really?
10 times a day.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
That's
Type
what I
it
need
and then
to do.
delete it.
I'll sit there.
I've
I'll
done
type
that
it.
with texts.
Yeah,
I've done that with
same
texts.
thing, man. It helps.
Because you're getting that thought out.
Right. I want some cherries. I'm still on the cherries.
We
dude.
bring it
got to
back,
have
man.
dessert.
I used the
Wegmans.
same analogy with M&M's the other day, though. I mean, the exact same thing with some poisonous M&M's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did. And I just put a picture of M&M's up on the Facebook.
Well, yeah, 'cause
that's
that-
all it was. No words, just the M&M's.
I think you just wanted M&M's.
I just wanted
I kind of want some peanut M&Ms right now.
I think tonight or tomorrow we should all just post a picture of a cherry and just see no comment, no nothing.
Just
And
see what happens.
Just see what happens.
So
All
ripe
It'll be fun
ass
for
cherries.
us, right? It'll be fun amongst us.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, you hear that sexy ass music? Speaking of cherries, right? So it's a game we like to play. It's called Ties.
Wow.
Was that bad?
Yeah, no, it's good. Good.
Oh,
Sure.
I didn't even mean to
I
do
love a
it.
nice cherry.
Oh, that's where you're going with that?
I don't know where you going with it.
Dennis, get some cherries for Ryan Miller. That's our
They're
intern,
tasty,
by the way.
man.
Right, real quick. You saw our intern when you walked in. Dennis, the intern, is that little squirrely twerp.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Let me ask you a question. If you need something right now, you need a cherry. So you got to call. Dennis isn't in the room. You got to call for him. Can you just show us how you would do it?
How I would call for Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis!
See, that's a good one, Jim.
one.
What about Dennis? That's good,
that's a
man.
good Dennis.
Somebody told me the other day that I asked that same question. I've been asking people that question, and someone was like, "I don't. I would call him. I would text.
Am I
I
gonna
would send him a text
Yeah,
message.
someone's like, I text him.
I'm like,
I don't
no.
call people. I text
You
people.
yell.
I think that was
Jay Miller.
Jay Miller, yeah.
Jay Miller, who you guys need to talk to, he's a WWE
Huge.
fanatic. Huge.
Huge.
All right.
WWE.
It's a game we like to play. It's called Top or Bottom. I'm going to read two things. We're going to round table it. It's tailored to you guys. Which one is on top and which one is on the bottom? You ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Big Jim. Top or bottom, number one, Raw or SmackDown?
Raw on top. Raw's live. Raw's been the king. If it wasn't for Raw, there wouldn't be a SmackDown. It's not even close.
Is that Thursday night? Thursday night SmackDown?
Thursday night SmackDown,
Yeah.
Monday night Raw. I couldn't tell you last time I watched an episode of SmackDown, to be honest.
What is? Well, I don't know the difference. Like, wasn't one?
College, I watched both.
Yeah, one is where The Rock really became big, right?
That SmackDown, when it first came out, it was live on Tuesday nights because they tape it Tuesday nights. And when it first came out, it was just as important as Raw because it was live and everything. But now it's recorded ahead of time because of internet and internet spoilers. Like they don't advance.
How do you even do that now?
They don't advance storylines or anything. It's basically the redheaded stepchild of Monday Night Raw.
Right, because everyone in the audience is tweeting, Periscope,
Yeah.
Scoping, Instagram. You can't hide anything.
Nothing.
It's got to be live or bust.
Live or bust.
Which one's live?
Raw.
Okay, Ryan Miller.
No, Raw, definitely. Absolutely. We haven't seen a live Raw in a long time, I think. Probably 5-6 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Wait, live SmackDown, you mean?
Live SmackDown. No, we have a live SmackDown coming up. They do live SmackDown.
He means we haven't gone to a live Raw.
See it live.
Like
Sorry,
in
I'm
Hershey,
sorry.
which is the closest arena to us.
Right, the Hershey,
They haven't
the
hosted a
Giants
Raw
Center.
in years.
Yeah, but Raw, like you said, that's the one that advances storylines. And you really just have to pay attention to that. So Raw for sure.
So what's the actual difference? So one advances storylines and one they just wrestle.
Right.
Like
It
they'll
just-
do minimal storyline work.
Yeah, there's not a
It's
lot of going
basically
on.
just wrestling.
Debuts, things like that all happen on Raw. It's like the must-watch show.
Right.
It is. Yeah. Wraps up on nicely after a pay-per-view on a Sunday. Wraps everything up nicely on a Monday night.
Yeah, I'm not really up on wrestling anymore, but I've always liked it, and I'll watch it if it's on. But take me back to college, Raw was on. We'd flip back and forth between that and football. And it was live, so Raw on top, SmackDown on the bottom. Although we would watch SmackDown before we went out. We would watch that pre-gaming and then go out. So
Who's your favorite wrestler?
my favorite wrestler ever?
Yeah. Like when you're in college and you're watching.
Oh, that was like when The Rock was like,
Yeah, so when The Rock lost, did we lose? Top or bottom, number
it's one
2.
guy.
You didn't answer.
Raw.
Okay.
I love him.
All right.
It doesn't matter if it's one guy, man.
It does.
It doesn't.
Team.
There's
What?
a team. There's a team.
There's a team. The Rock is a dude. He's not a
Yeah.
team.
That's what you think.
Oh.
And if there's a tag team, there's only 2 of them. We're not part of the tag team.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate all
Part of the
it.
New York Giants.
But we,
organization.
the Cowboys, won yesterday.
No, Jim.
Praise be Tony Romo.
They
We
won.
We won.
You didn't even watch the game.
I know. I was visiting
How
my
could
old
we
man.
win when you
I was
weren't-
visiting my old man. I was checking the score.
All right.
Top or bottom, number 2. Creed or Star Wars: The Force Awakens?
Creed?
See?
Oh, the movie Creed.
Yeah, not the band.
Oh, Creed on
For
top.
those people who might not know, Creed
With
might as well
arms
be
wide open,
I want
Rocky
Scott
7,
Stapp.
right?
under sunlight.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'll roll you to this way. Or something like that, I don't know. Yeah, Creed the movie, man. I'll show you everything with arms wide open.
Wow.
What happened to that guy?
You went crazy.
He went ape
I think
shit.
he's like back now. He's like normal again.
Oh, he's back to
I saw something.
his version of normal. Okay.
I didn't mean to step on your top or bottom.
Creed on top.
Rocky 7 on top, you're saying?
Yeah, I love the Rocky movies. I mean, I've seen all the Star Wars, but I'm not like my geekiness centers on professional wrestling, so it doesn't center on Star Wars. I'll watch it at some point, but I would go Creed on top.
Come on, Ryan, please.
Man, I don't think I've ever admitted this ever. I don't think I've ever watched a Star Wars movie start to
God
finish.
damn it, man.
Honest to God.
I already know Derek's answer here.
Sorry. So yeah, it's got to be Creed.
You've never watched a Star? What are you, communist?
Not start to finish. I'm sure I never did.
I feel like I've come in the same boat.
Like I've
not
seen
watched-
bits and parts. I know some of the characters, but other than that,
I'm with him.
no.
Either way, yeah, I put Creed the movie on top. Apollo Creed's son. Come on, it's good. Rocky's in it. On top.
Paulie gonna be in it?
Paulie's.
Didn't he die?
No, I don't
Paulie
think
died.
Paulie's dead. I don't think he's dead. I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. He was in the last Rocky movie.
I thought he died in that though. He
No.
lost his job, didn't he?
He lost his job.
job.
Then Rocky came in and was beating the
Beating the meat.
meat.
Oh yeah.
He was beating me. I mean, I'm so disappointed in all of you. I really am. You know?
Well, you put Star Wars on top.
I have my tickets December 17th at 11:15 p.m.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. I'm sitting right in between the lovely, talented Pam and I are setting
guess
an
you're going
alarm
to-
because I'll be dead asleep before 10 o'clock at night. Right? So I'm setting an alarm to wake up. I have the 2 seats because now you have to reserve seats on Fandango. You can't just go to the movies anymore.
Good Lord.
And I bought the 2 right in between the 2 handicap sections. Right? So I'm dead center in between the
Nice.
handicaps.
So you're coming to Christmas Carol one of the other nights then.
Oh, shit. Did you give me a ticket?
No.
Oh, well, I'm going to see on the 17th. If I didn't buy the ticket at that show that night, they must have just released another show because it was sold out. The 16th it comes out, it was sold out, and every other show was sold out. I just happened to click on.
How many Star Wars is there now? Like 7?
No, this will be. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. It's number 4.
But well,
No, those are stop.
What was,
those
like, the
are- stop.
Phantom Menace and all that
doesn't
stuff?
matter.
You will appreciate this though. My brother, when one of the prequels that you claim doesn't exist came out, he's a huge Star Wars fan. Saw it in the theaters once every week. It was in the theaters.
Really?
Yeah,
The prequels?
yeah.
They were terrible, man.
But
how
he
many
was
were
in-
there?
There's this will be the 7th.
How many
The
prequels?
3 we grew up with, and then the 3 that just came out are the prequels to those, and now this
Yeah.
is moving the story forward.
This is 7, 8, 9,
This
correct?
is after the originals. Yeah, but yeah,
So-
he saw it for like 32 straight weeks or something, once a week, because he's that big of a Star Wars fan.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Oh man, I don't even know what just happened. The music just started over. It's so weird.
Well, it's the same music anyway. Number 4. Take it, Mike. We get it. Star Wars on top for you, all right? You got your ticket.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Creed.
Derek D singing Arms Wide Open.
Well, I just heard
Wish I had a
the
lighter.
news
right now.
today.
Guess you have to do the.
Seems my life is gonna change. I close my eyes began to pray. Then tears of joy streamed down my face with arms wide open under sunlight.
Right in the fields.
Welcome to this place. I'll show you everything with arms wide open.
You're all, it's karaoke's right here and you're off. You're still off.
It's like wait, what is this sound effect?
I tried to give you some reverb. I tried to give you some reverb. Come, one more line.
Well, I don't even know how it goes right there. I don't even know how it goes right there. I only know that beginning part.
All right.
Hi, everybody. I'm in a huge room. What is this huge room that I'm in? Are you guys here with me?
We threw Derek down in like the garbage can right now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm back. Hey.
Top or bottom number 3. Matt Castle or Tony Romo. I don't know. He wrote that shit.
Are you kidding?
It's not even a question.
How is that even a question?
I didn't write it.
Tony Romo on top. I don't even need to explain it.
I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm gonna have to go Matt Castle.
You would.
I would have to go Castle.
Eagles.
I mean, it just,
And you
guys
think me
are
being a
terrible.
Capitals fan is bad?
I know.
The Eagles is so bad.
they were so bad though. You can't even hate on me because we're so bad.
Matt Castle, top all day. Romo, bottom. He's never going to win. He's always going to get sort of almost there and blah, blah, fail. Romo, oh, my clavicle. Oh, my arm. He gets hurt all the
Are
time.
you done?
Did you just say 2 Super Bowl MVPs, New York Giants? Eli Manning?
Sling blade.
The question was not Oliver Manning
Matt
or
Castle.
Tony Romo.
Matt
All right?
Castle.
Opie and
Tony
what was his
Romo.
name?
Sling blade, isn't it?
Listen, you can't hate on him, man.
I think Romo's better than Castle, but
He-
I put Castle on top.
Romo's clearly better.
No,
Absolutely.
Romo's a good quarterback,
Yeah.
but he's
But that wasn't the question.
never going to get it done.
You know what? Like I really thought Whedon was going to be better.
Yeah, I did.
really
They
did.
cut him.
Yeah, they cut him.
cut
He
him.
sucked,
He's
man.
terrible.
That's a shame.
I'm not even answering this question. Romo on top, but I'm not a Romo supporter, man. You know what I mean? Like I wish that Troy Aikman would come back,
Just
suit up
somehow
for one more
time
game.
travel.
Yeah, no, yeah, right
Or
now.
just come in
because-
right now.
Yeah, come in right now. I bet he could play.
I bet he has a gun.
Right?
He
He's
still has a gun.
probably not as good as Romo
Throw
right
the
now.
ball to Joe Buck.
Joe Buck's head would just
God.
blow up.
Good, because I hate Joe Buck.
He is
God, he's so
awful.
bad.
I don't hate
him.
Joe Buck.
You
Why do you hate Joe
should.
Buck?
You should hate Joe Buck. He hates you. Top or bottom number 4. Carson or Trump?
Oh. I have to pick one?
Top or you just have to put one on top.
On top. I guess Trump on top because I can at least get a laugh out of him. I can at least laugh about him. So
Yeah, Trump
on top.
100%. Just for the SNL skits.
And
Yeah.
listen,
Gotta
it was
be it.
finally funny last night.
Right. It's got to
I'm sorry, 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago,
Well,
yeah.
but I watch Sunday morning
I
DVR.
haven't watched it yet.
Most people watch Saturday Night Live. I watch Sunday morning DVR. That's what
Right, that works.
Yeah, I catch a couple links on YouTube. But did you?
It was good.
Wait,
It was good.
The most recent one?
Yeah, it was good.
Is that the one with McConaughey, right?
Yeah.
The one at the dinner table was pretty funny with the Adele song.
Oh yeah, great skit. All the skits
the
nailed
skits
it.
were
last
good,
night.
yeah.
They did like a Star Wars spoof that none of you care about, so we'll just move on from that. Jesus.
Obviously, I'm on top in a gold bed. Ben Carson is an idiot.
I really liked Ben Carson, man, but I think I'm gonna say it loud and proud. I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump. I just said it out loud.
We need something to happen.
I'm
right?
gonna vote for Donald Trump.
I think he's gonna-
I might vote for Donald Duck. I don't know.
He might drop
Yeah.
out. Let's be honest.
Listen, he's not dropping out.
You don't think so?
No, I do think that whoever is our next president, we don't know their name yet.
I agree.
I would hope so. We don't need any Clintons in there or Bushes or just wipe the slate clean.
Oh
Right.
God, if she wins. Top or bottom
Yeah.
number 5: hosting a show or hosting a live show. Hosting a recorded show or hosting a live show. It's so wordy.
Live show on top. I love live.
Why?
I mean, this is fun, but I live because on top of the podcast that we do, we work with local wrestling companies. We'll do like live pre-shows, like in-house. And there's just something about being live. Anything can happen. Things can go wrong, but you just kind of roll with them. Like I know there's a couple times where we'll preempt because like this week's Thanksgiving, we're going to record ahead of time and then put it out there. And every time we record, we screw up. We have to hit stop and start back over.
No, you just roll with the punches, man. You know how many times we screwed up already tonight?
That's true. But in my head, I'm going like, I can't even get through my intro when we record.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like,
No, yeah.
So
I gotta
live
go.
on top.
Now, do you guys record live typically, or do you guys like go back and edit a lot?
Are you
or-
not in the room right now with us?
No, we're out here. Right,
He's still at Wegmans.
Can you
Still at
rephrase
Wegmans.
that question?
God, those
We
damn
record
cherries.
live to tape.
Yeah, I guess
Live
we're
to
live to
digital.
tape. I don't edit much. Like, if our producer Frankie over there says you need to cut X, Y, and Z, then I'll cut X, Y, and Z. But other than that,
Right.
it's pretty much straight.
Okay. No, I mean, even when we record live, and we don't even. I mean, we're just too lazy to edit.
Yeah.
That's I think what it comes down to. The live pre-shows that we do are fun in front of people. You know, the couple hundred up to maybe near 1,000 people in some of the shows that we go to. But yeah, live for sure.
Well, I love doing the recorded stuff, but there is an element to being live that's really interesting and fun. Just like anything could happen. What's going on? People calling in, whether it's this or live, on stage or live TV show, anything like that. It's a little more exhilarating, I think. But I don't know.
I hate. I don't want to say I hate it. I almost said I hated when I did the cage fighting for all those years. Those were all live, and it was nerve wracking, man.
Yeah, you got to just kind of get that out of your head, though.
But it wasn't like it wasn't nerve. I didn't care about the commentary, what people would hear like live. Like that didn't bother me. It was just talking like this, and I always had an expert with me. But it was the operation of it all. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot going on. Whereas if you do screw up, you have to drive through it. You just got to push through it,
Right.
And just pretend like you didn't, and hopefully people didn't catch it. Whereas on this, it's like you can just relax. Like we can giggle. We could I could play friggin' Creed karaoke for Derek, and finally get to the right sound I wanted. But like whatever, it was fun getting there.
Yeah, but the thing is,
If it didn't work, I could cut it.
but we record as if it's live.
There's people listening to this podcast right now going, because I haven't decided if I'm going to cut that yet or not, right? So it's either in the show or it's not in the show. So people are going, what the hell is he talking about? Or you're good thing you didn't cut it. It was really funny.
Why would
So
you?
either way, we don't know how this is going to play out.
Yeah.
Someone right now is confused.
I think it's still in though.
You do think it's
I think
in?
you kept it in.
You think I kept it in?
I think you kept it in.
I don't know if I did.
I think he kept it in.
I don't know what's going on. I'm still on the cage fighting thing. Is that a Joe Rogan joke? Like I don't know about this. Like, is that what that was?
Which one's his? What color?
See,
Green?
I'm
Okay, you're muted. So Ryan Miller's left, everybody. I don't know
He's
where
gone.
he is.
The Robin to my Batman.
No, Robin. That's not a Joe Rogan joke. That's part of it, though. I commentated cage fighting for many years.
didn't know this stuff.
Well,
Jim
I actually didn't know
just
that.
clued me in on the Joe Rogan joke.
I'm
That's all it
invited on
was.
the show. I usually Google it at least.
Nah, going cold. Figure it out.
Right.
Like Ryan did.
Live show.
Yeah, live
Live show.
man.
There you go. So you just touched upon something like you're starting to work with wrestling organizations.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Back in March, we were in touch with Lancaster Championship Wrestling. It's they do once a month a show at the Lancaster Host Resort in Lancaster, PA, and we met with the owner at the time and discussed. He had this idea similar to the WWE pre-shows, like they do before every pay-per-view. They have like a pre-show panel and they'll talk about the matches. It's kind of but his idea was to like do it live in the arena where they do the shows. Just if there's people who it's their first time there, they don't really know anything that's going on. It'll be like, oh, okay, this guy's a good guy, this guy's a bad guy. This guy's been on a winning streak, this guy's been losing. So that was kind of his idea, and our first show was in April. So once a month, we host that, and since that,
Live in the arena,
live in the arena.
but like recording, or you're on the mic.
No,
in
we're over
ring?
the PA system. Like there's a table like at either. Sometimes it's at the entrance ramp. Sometimes it's like on the side of the room.
Oh, so are you like what's it called on what's it do with the cowboy hat?
Like JBL.
Yeah, him and like
No. Those guys are like the broadcasters. There's a whole separate group. We're before the show starts. Like the show starts at 7. We go on at 6:30, and they're like, the title match tonight is like this coming week is the
Kind of like a game day thing almost.
yeah,
They-
almost
they
like
break
a
down
college.
some
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a good analogy.
Oh, that's cool, man.
nice. It's like
Yeah.
before, yeah. It's
I mean,
like,
and the thing is, like, you don't have to listen to us either. Like, their wrestlers are all set up. You can meet and greet with a bunch of wrestlers, stuff like that. If you're done with that and you're sitting in your seat and you want to listen, give us a listen. And you will hear us. You don't have to listen, but you're going to hear us.
Right.
Oh,
But
cool.
we give some predictions.
How many
Shake down some stuff. Usually like 8 matches. So we run down who's fighting who, things like that, and give our predictions.
And how many people are in the arena?
I'd say on average, there's probably about 700 or so
Yeah, it's a pretty big.
Oh, that's a good amount of people.
at LCW every
Yeah,
month.
I think the biggest one we had was when Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
was
Roddy
there.
Piper,
Oh, God bless.
What did he die of?
heart attack.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was in May, and he died at the beginning of August.
I can't believe he's dead.
He wasn't that old.
Right.
His appearance was like the second to last one. He did a Piper's Pit at Lancaster. That was, like I said, the end of May, and then he was at a show in Maryland, like a couple, like about
MCW.
5 weeks later. And we weren't at that one, but there was one in Maryland. It was the last Piper's Pit ever. And ironically enough, we found out after that the guy that they got to play the bagpipes at the MCW show, which is the last one he was at, played them at the first WrestleMania.
Oh, wow.
Played him out in the first WrestleMania, so it was like first and last.
How many
Oh,
of
wow.
these guys from not the older guys that have come back, but like how many of these young guys move up to? Is it like a feeding ground, like a minor league kind of thing?
A little bit. Like there's some guys that like there's a company called Lucha Underground. It's kind of picking up ground as a kind of an alternative to WWE. There's a couple guys that work LCW that work there. There's been some guys that have kind of gone back and forth. They had a guy that was on the most recent season of Tough Enough, WWE Tough Enough.
Are you tough enough? Is that the song for it?
No.
No, was that a Menergized song?
Oh, I think that's.
Well done.
But Patrick Clark, he's now been signed to a WWE developmental deal. I don't think, is there anybody else
in LCW.
that has worked LCW that?
Man, that I know of.
I mean, I know there's some that work like Ring of Honor, TNA,
CZW.
CZW. Oh, like there's like
That are all
there's
bigger.
the
That's
lower
like, yeah.
independent level, and then there's like the mid independent level, and there's the upper independent level. And there's not any that have started in LCW, to my knowledge, that have made it to WWE yet.
And these guys get paid, or they're just doing it because they love it.
They get paid. Yeah, they get paid. And
They're not making a lot of bank. I don't.
No, I
wouldn't
They're-
think so.
No.
But they're doing it because they love it, man. And honestly, in the last 8 months that we've been doing this, we've seen there's been some matches that are better than stuff we've seen on WWE. I mean, truly,
They want it and they love
want it.
right?
It's passion. And the first independent show that we ever went to was at a show in Stevens, PA, at a fire hall, Atomic Championship Wrestling. And there's a fatal 4-way match, and it was the best match I think we've ever seen live.
Probably ever. Yeah.
What was so good about it?
Just all the guys were just
They were hungry.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Do they throw tax down?
I mean,
like,
it's crazy.
saying-
No, it wasn't anything gimmicky. It was just,
It was just
really
four
good
guys.
athleticism.
Yeah.
I mean, doing stuff that I'd never be able to do.
Wow.
I mean, literally almost jumping off and touching the ceiling, like as they're jumping off the top rope. Like it's that close in a little fire
Yeah,
hall.
that one. Now the LCW, like Lancaster Championship Wrestling, that's the company that we primarily work for. We do some stuff with other companies, but LCW is kind of like our home base, and they're in like a big expo center. Like it feels big, and they even have like a balcony. And like a couple months back, there was a guy named Shatter who made his return, and it was kind of like almost like a Sting back in WCW days, because like the lights went out and his music's playing. He's like up on this balcony, and like the spotlight just hits him, and like everybody lost their mind because he's been with LCW since the beginning.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's some wrestlers at LCW. Shane Douglas wrestles there quite frequently. He was in ECW a while back, the franchise. Gene Snitsky wrestled with them for quite some time. Rhino wrestled with them
I've
for
heard
quite
of
some time.
Rhino.
And they've all been, up on.
They usually like once a month they'll get in like a well-known like WWE legend. We've seen Piper, we've seen Jimmy Hart, Larry Zbyszko, Vader was there last month. This month is actually really big. Like Nikolai Volkov is going to be there.
And none of you get excited about Chewbacca?
I haven't even seen the preview for it.
I've seen the
Like
trailer.
the trailers come out, I haven't even watched it.
I don't think I've seen the whole thing.
Like I could care less about it.
I will watch it.
got-
I think it is cool, but like, I know the prequels soured me on Star Wars though a little bit because they were really
they
bad.
sucked.
They sucked.
I can't believe
And
it.
like, I know I'm just,
I would be hard pressed to name 10 characters from Star Wars.
but I don't go to movies either though.
I don't like you.
Honest to God, I couldn't name
I just
10.
made, I don't like to prejudge. I talked to people for a while, but I've just decided.
10. That would be
Never
tough.
seen Star Wars. He's
10
an
would be
Eagles
tough.
fan.
10 would be tough.
Like,
It would be.
I'm trying to find something about Ryan Miller that I like.
Oh, I like
It's
Ryan.
not much. Man, I'm
You know
sorry.
what I mean?
It's tough.
I don't think I've ever had a guest on the show that sat across from me and that I just
Let's
looked
see
them
if we
in
can
the
name
eye
10.
and said,
I
don't
make
like
an
you.
ill-timed Joe Rogan joke, and I don't like Star Wars.
I did set you up for that.
I'm on the guy's shit
you're,
list.
You're an Eagle fan.
And I'm an Eagles fan.
That's well.
Try and name 10 right now.
By my all right, Princess Leia,
That's 1,
Jabba the Hutt,
2,
Darth Vader,
3,
Han Solo.
4.
Oh my God.
He said
Fett.
1. Okay, 5.
All the ones he's
Who was
saying,
that
I would,
last one?
I would know.
He didn't even
Bubba
name
Fett.
the main two
He
characters
said
yet.
1.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
look.
you.
6. You got 4 more. Come on.
Man.
His sister.
Isn't that Princess Leia? I don't
Yeah,
know.
thank you.
I said
He
that.
said Leia.
I
You
said
said
Leia.
That was the
Yeah.
first one he said.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
He said one a minute and a half ago.
Mario and Luigi.
Say Bubba Fett.
He
I
did say
did. I
Boba
said
Fett.
Boba
The
Fett.
big furry guy.
Chewbacca.
Okay.
There was
The annoying one in the prequels.
Jar Jar Binks.
That
Oh,
counts.
you son of a bitch. That
Oh,
counts.
R2D2
That
counts.
count, man.
Okay, R2D2 and
Okay.
C3PO.
Boom, there's
so
10.
You said 10.
Okay.
There's 10.
For someone who's never seen the movie,
All right. I said I knew some
Jesus.
things about it.
I would have been like around 8 or 9.
you're dumb.
I would have struggled if you didn't say R2D2 or the Tin Guy or whatever you said. I'd have,
The Tin
I'd
Guy?
have, the Tin Guy, the Tin Man.
I mean, you didn't even say Boba Fett. He's an
He said
intergalactic
Boba
bounty
Fett.
hunter. Is
He did say Boba
I
Fett.
don't see how that. Stop listening to you. You want to play a game?
Let's play a game.
All right. We're going to play a little game we haven't played in a while. It's called Ask the, and this one's going to be Ask the WWE character.
Okay.
So, for those of you who don't know how the game is played, we have named Dennis, where's the cup? Dennis put
over
names in the cup. Jimmy, grab that cup. That's a New York
damn it.
Rangers mug, and in it there are names of WWE wrestlers. All right. You're gonna pick one out of the hat, and then you are going to each one of us is gonna do this. You're gonna say something politically or socially challenging or important, whatever it is. It could be one word, ISIS, right? Or it could be
Okay.
like the 2016 presidential election, something to that magnitude. And then the other 3 people are gonna answer the question as their WWE wrestler, and you gotta guess who they are. You
Okay.
ready to play?
All right.
All right. So who would like to go first?
Are you answering the question?
Who would like to ask their thing first? Derek, why don't you
What am I doing?
have a politically challenged commentary, and then we're going to pick our wrestler. Jim, pick one, give it to Ryan.
What is your number one
Who's that cup?
what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
What's the number one change you're looking forward to in 2016 presidential election? Like what change? What's the most important factor? What's the word I'm looking at? The most important issue in the 2016 election?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking.
You're asking my WWE wrestler.
Yes.
I'll pity the fool that asked me what the change is going to be in 2016, sucker.
Do I have to answer you?
No, you wait to the end. You wanna-
Okay.
All right. Now my turn. Let me tell you something, brother.
Oh, come on.
The change I want is more feather boas in 2016, brother.
Oh boy. How do I do this and not sound like a total racist?
Oh man, I'm glad I didn't pull that one.
In 2016,
Wow, you're really embodying
man,
this
that's
character.
tough. It really is.
Just remember, everybody needs to stop being offended and stop being pussies. So don't be afraid.
Okay, all right. No build a wall. Arriba. That's all I got. I don't freaking know, man. It's tough. Arriba.
Oh God, I hate you, Ryan. you're like the antithesis of Mike Polano.
That's it.
Mike Polano
Yes,
is
sir.
Mr. T. Big Jim is Hulk Hogan. And Ryan is Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
What?
Tito Santana.
Tito Santana.
Somebody got to
Reba.
keep score here. Dennis, keep score. So Derek, you have one wrong. I'm keeping score. There's going to be a winner.
I had you on Booker T though. The sucker had me thinking Booker T.
I thought I was a spot on Mr. T.
Well, you
Oh,
said
it was a spot on. Once you said sucker, I'm like,
Yeah, when you
that's
said
Mr.
sucker,
T.
that's Booker T, the guy from Harlem Heat and WCW.
You said Peter Fool. I
That
was
threw
like,
me
yeah.
off.
Right.
Oh man,
That would've
I
put-
felt
that
like
was
Mr. T embodied me. I felt like I
was
grew a
spot on.
mohawk and I was black.
You had chains.
Chains and everything, right? Right? All right, pick another one. Pick
right.
another one. All right, I'm going to give you guys a
the
social
question.
commentary. Woo, doggy. So, how do you feel? How do you feel about the
Oh,
new?
what?
How do you feel about the new Star Wars film coming out? Did you get your tickets? Did you get your tickets to the new Star Wars film?
Man, I don't know how to do this one. Because he was a little bit before my time. I guess I'm excited for it. Oh.
I know who you are. I know. I got that one. That was terrible, but I know.
I know.
I think I know who he is, but yeah, it's terrible.
What was the question?
Did you get your Star Wars tickets yet?
No.
Well, at first I thought you were Hitler, but now I think I know who you are. That's racist. That's it?
How? No, I have not gotten my stupid Star Wars. You take my land.
I know. What did you say?
I don't even know what this guy
you
said.
said you were Big Jim. You were JYD. You were
I
the
was
Junkyard
JYD,
Dog.
yeah.
Ryan Miller. You were Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and that was pretty clever. You're coming back.
All right, thank you. Good.
Yeah, that was
coming
good.
back.
That was a good one.
And you're just a racist.
I would never even know who this guy is.
Who is it? Tomahawk Billy? I don't know.
Chief J Strongbow?
I never heard of Chief J.
I would have guessed
I was thinking
Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Damn it! I got one wrong.
Generational divide.
I
there.
didn't
That's what it was. Strongbow's tough.
Who is Strongbow? What does he do?
He's an Indian.
He was, yeah.
Is he the guy
Native
in that,
American,
Is he
maybe?
the guy in the commercial with the one tear when he picks that bottle? Right? Like,
I think that was him.
Ryan, pick one and pass. Jimmy, it's up to you.
Oh man.
Right now, Derek and I have one wrong. You guys
Oh,
can
man,
still
what-
you can still steal.
Like,
it.
I pick anything? What's the...
So any social commentary,
How do you feel about people that get offended on the internet?
that's fine. Ryan, you're up. Ryan, I don't know. I think you want to trade with me.
I don't
just
know.
feel like this is your character. Are you having a hard time with that one?
I'm not. No.
Okay, okay.
What was? Wait, one more time.
How do you feel about people that get offended on the
I'll
internet?
break their back and I'll make them humble.
I love
Humble
how he,
them.
I love how he doesn't even
Oh,
attempt.
I got it.
Humble
I got it.
them.
I got it.
He doesn't
I got
even
it.
attempt to be the character. He just,
No, I
he just
don't.
I got it.
I
No.
break their back.
I got it. I
I didn't think I'd have to think of the character though.
I got
just
it.
think that sentence should have
I got
done it
it.
for you.
Well, here's the thing, right? Because when I was fighting the Vandal, and I was like, one time I did a little WWF, and then
He's not in the WWE.
and people and people were saying bad things to me.
He
on the
was
internet.
once.
Was he?
He was once.
I guess it counts then.
He
That
was
pretty-
he was the special enforcer, WrestleMania 14.
Yeah, so don't say anything wrong about me because I'm going to come and punch you right in the face.
All right.
I think everybody's got it. What was the question?
How do you feel about people getting offended on the internet?
The Dread Pirate Roberts. The Dread Pirate Roberts.
Are you I Am Groot from
What did he just say?
Oh, that's it. That's an easy one.
I thought you would embody
That's
this.
an easy one.
Right? I don't know
How
how
is
else
that
to do
easy?
it.
Is that a weight joke?
I have
No, no, no.
I have no clue.
No, I feel
How
like
is that easy?
That's pretty easy. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I could do it like Ryan Miller did it. Would do it right? Like
How would
I can't believe Hulk Hogan picked me up and slammed me. No
Thank
one's
you,
ever.
see?
That's how
Easy.
Ryan Miller would
That's
have
how
done it.
Ryan Miller would
Iron
have
I'm
Sheik,
trying to, you know.
Iron Sheik, Mike Tyson, Andre the
There
Giant.
you go. There you go. All right.
How does Andre the Giant sound?
He was in. He was
Hello,
the Dread
pretty
Pirate
lady.
Roberts
In the Princess Bride.
the Princess Bride.
Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
That's right.
Hello, brother lady. Yeah.
Anybody want a peanut?
I almost wanted to be like I am Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Not prepared to die. Right? Whose turn is it? Who did it go?
Ryan did.
All right. There you go. Pick there.
Is there enough in here?
Yeah, there should be. What's your commentary, sir?
I guess my commentary would be.
Oh, I don't know what he did.
Do you think that Tony Romo will lead the Cowboys to the playoffs this year?
This
I mean, that's
is,
important commentary.
This is politically charged. Am I going first?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
Crap, I don't even I don't remember what he did. I remember him, but I don't remember what he did. Arr, I got an earring in my one ear. Let me tell you something. I hate the Dallas Cowboys, and I'll suplex them. I have no idea. I remember who he was, but I don't remember what he's. I don't remember.
Cyndi Lauper. Was that good enough? Cyndi Lauper.
That was, yeah, I got it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
yeah.
What was it? What was your commentary?
Will Tony Romo lead the Dallas Cowboys to the playoffs this year?
Suck it! I guess that's for YouTube.
That was,
I totally just ripped my headphones out. I'm sorry.
Wait, what'd you?
I don't even know if I did it right. Did I do it right?
I think you did it right.
Wait, so I was supposed to give you the finger too?
Well, it depends who you were.
Do it again.
Oh yeah, no, you were wrong.
Oh yeah.
No, you got to give the finger on that one. You got to give the finger on that one.
See, I was watching too many Star Wars movies.
Too many Star Wars movies.
But you know, all right. So guess.
Oh wait, now I got to do mine now.
Oh, you didn't go yet.
I didn't do mine.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something, Gorilla. When Tony Romo takes the Cowboys to the playoffs, the state of Minnesota is going to be all worse than it was when I was governor.
That should have been the president right there. I'd vote for him.
Oh, he's a nut job.
He's a
isn't he?
nut
I
job.
love him.
He's totally
He's a
crazy.
psycho.
He's the worst.
Lou Albano,
Yeah.
Stone Cold, and Ventura.
How did you get Lou Albano from Cyndi Lauper?
Because
Girls
that,
just wanna have fun.
Rock and Wrestling Connection.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 1.
But if you had to do, what does he sound like? What's his deal?
I have no freaking
I have no
clue.
freaking clue.
yeah, I don't know.
We were 2 years old when WrestleMania 1 happened, so
Yeah.
Is he dead?
he's
I
dead.
honestly don't
Yo,
know.
son,
He's dead.
Is he dead?
You
Is
dead,
Cin-
man?
Is Cyndi Lauper dead?
Yeah,
Her
man.
career is.
Did you both got
No.
all three?
Cyndi
Is Cyndi
Lauper's
Lauper
career?
dead?
Is it?
Dude, she did Kinky Boots on Broadway. She's killing it right now.
What?
She wrote the music.
What?
Everything. Yeah.
Well, that
Cyndi-
does not resonate
I
with me.
believed you when you said she was dead.
I'm not. I haven't seen it or anything, but I'm serious.
Well, I sit corrected then. I didn't think she was doing anything.
Yeah, she's around, man.
Well, Derek D,
You know what? She was on Howard Stern. That's why I knew.
We lost, bro. They won. You guys tied each other. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You are the winners of Ask the.
Yeah. He's staring at me like I'm supposed to say something.
Ask
No,
the PBR
I'm-
crew.
Ask the.
I'm looking at, I didn't want you to win, Rob.
I'm sorry.
I really didn't want you
That's
to win.
okay. I accept that.
Jim, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm used to it. I've known him for 25 years.
How wrong was I with Stone Cold, though? He
The
always.
suck it was
the suck it was
Degeneration
wrong.
X.
Yeah.
But the
Who
beer.
did suck it?
But the beer was
right.
perfect.
God, you're so lucky there wasn't a can of Bud Light in there because I was going to spray it all. God damn it. I was
Wait,
going to spray it all over you.
who said suck it? Who was the suck it?
Degeneration
X.
X.
But he used to take
Really?
the beer can out. And,
He would get cans of beer thrown to him from the timekeeper, Mark Eaton.
Mark Eaton.
And then he would just throw beers, just
if I
slam
knew
beers.
more.
What was the wrestler where he says something, the whole crowd goes, yes. Yes. Right?
Daniel
That's-
Bryan.
Yes, is Daniel Bryan. That was in the last couple of years. Austin, they would always say what.
What? Maybe that's what I was
Yeah, that
thinking
was
of.
what. Yeah, he was the what guy.
There's some classic stuff. There really is, man. There's some I got to start watching.
That's some good stuff with Mark Eaton, though. Local guy lives right in the area where we're at. Was the guy that would launch
Throw
the
the beers
cans
to him, yeah.
He's Amish
to
too?
Steve Austin. He's not Amish.
Okay.
No,
Does
no.
he
Believe it or not, we're not all Amish.
You ever get stuck behind a buggy just like, geez.
Every day.
Yeah.
That's life.
Really?
That's life.
That's like a
Sundays are
That's
the
it,
worst.
yeah.
Are you allowed to
Sundays are-
pass buggies?
Yes.
yeah. Screw your signal, just fly by them.
Now, what do they use when they want to turn? They go like this or something?
They have signals. They have, I guess they're battery powered.
Yeah, they have to be battery powered. They have to
battery
have lights on
powered.
them now.
Yeah, they have headlights on them. And
Yeah, but how do they do that? That's not right.
I think they're
they're
okay with
battery powered.
batteries.
It's not electric. And they're actually allowed to use electric when they're off of their property, like at their jobs. Like they
What?
have cell phones and
What?
yeah.
Oh, this is not it.
It's changing. It didn't used to be that way.
Amish Mafia?
That ain't
Totally
real.
fake. Totally fake.
No, I think it's legit, but it's not to what it was on the show.
It's reality TV.
I know people who have worked in areas where there's a lot more. Like, I mean, obviously we have them in where our town, but like in their more like farm communities, like they do police themselves.
Yeah, I don't think they're as wholesome as people.
So
make
they
it
go
out
off
to be.
their reservation, whatever it's called, and they got an iPhone at work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
uh-huh.
What?
Yeah, they got the cameras taking the pictures, printing them out at the CVS.
They go to Florida and like party, like they go on vacation.
Well,
to, like,
Rumspringa,
Florida.
I mean,
Rumspringa.
they gotta get down,
But
boy.
my dad, when I was growing up, the IT guy at his work was Amish.
They fly?
The IT guy was Amish?
Yeah. Yep.
What? No, they fly and take train. They're not, because they're not they're not controlling it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
No, because
No.
I've seen them in Penn Station. Did you just put my mic down a little bit?
I turned our headphones down. A little
Oh yeah, sure. But yeah, they yeah, but that's they can.
Yeah,
They're not operating. You asshole.
I didn't need it though. I slowly turned it down.
If they're not operating it, they can.
Oh man,
Live to tape, everybody.
isn't it great being in that chair that you have the power
absolutely,
to do that?
absolutely.
I've never done it to Ryan.
You
or
should, 'cause
We
Ryan's a
we have
dick.
a third guy. we have a third guy who's kind of like he'll book guests for us. He handles a lot of our some of our social media stuff. He corrects us on air. He's like our stat guy. Like as we're on air,
He's our Tony
if
Real.
we screw up, he'll like message us like that's not true, or we'll be like, Matt, can you look this up? So shout out.
He does
to Matt.
have the best job of all of us. He runs our Instagram page.
Yes.
Where we do a Woman of the Week. And he just posts
Just a woman.
wrestling women.
Yeah,
Oh,
each week there's a different woman of the
Derek,
week.
we should do that on PBR.
Just a Woman of the Week.
Just a woman of the
Right,
week.
just a random-
just a random woman.
It could be
Hop on
anyone.
Facebook. Just yeah.
What's your Ryan? What is your Twitter handle?
It's RYN and then the word eagle.
Okay.
It's incredibly creative.
RYN Eagle.
Eagle.
Hashtag eggs. All right. So everybody out there, PBR Posse, throw eggs, digital eggs at Ryan Miller.
Digital eggs, I'll take them. I'm making digital omelets.
Ryan, when's the last time you heard the sound? Well, you live in Pennsylvania, so it might have been today.
Man, years ago.
What about you, Jim?
It's been a long time.
Long time?
Actually, it was probably in April when I was here, or in
Oh, we
or in like June when I had you guys on my show.
So let's do this to Ryan then, because you've been down this road before. What does
have.
this sound like bring back to you? First memories or whatever.
Oh man, I don't even know.
Really?
I mean, it's just waiting. I guess just sitting and waiting.
yeah.
That's good.
Just
that's good.
waiting.
Did you have AOL Instant Messenger?
AIM. Yeah, I did.
Do you
yeah.
remember your screen
Yeah.
name? Don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh God, no, I don't.
You don't remember?
You don't
it?
remember?
It might have been RYN Eagle. It might have been. I'm really
that-
generic with shit like that.
Well, you didn't. Did you have like America Online before AOL Instant? Like
No, I had AIM
You never
with
had
the away messages and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, I never had AOL.
I mean, I had AOL and then I had AIM.
yeah, no, I had AOL first.
Yeah.
We guessed your name?
No, we don't think we
Might
guessed
have.
Big Jim's.
That thing's.
Do you remember your screen name?
Yeah.
All right. I don't think we did it.
No, we didn't.
Real quick.
It's like it's probably. I want to say it's something to do. It's obviously something to sports or wrestling. I think with like your name, like I don't know, Wrestle Gym 09 or something. No, Wrestle Gym 98.
I was gonna say Big Jim 22.
Big Jim.
Big Jim 22. No.
It was Irish and then a series of numbers. Because I'm
What were the numbers?
I know there's a 323, and then there's a couple more. I don't remember the last.
Random numbers? They didn't mean anything?
They were like some of my favorite player numbers. Notre Dame.
Okay.
I was a huge Notre Dame fan, so Irish, and then like 3 was a quarterback, 23 was a running back, and then I think I threw a couple more numbers on
Was that
the
a
back.
Brady Quinn? No, he was 8.
No, this was
That'd be a long- yeah.
Brady Quinn was
Quinn.
10. This would have been like Rick Meyer, Ron Paulus. 23 was Autry Denson. That was like in the mid 90s.
Oh, you and Lisa Varga are a conversation waiting to happen that I don't want to listen to. College football, Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, she and I
Right.
talk about Notre Dame. I actually have to. My wife and I are going out to a game there next fall for our 5-year anniversary. We're going there to a Michigan game. We're going to Toronto, the Hockey Hall of Fame. So I gotta talk to Lisa
Nice,
about that.
man. So that sound indicates the armchair futurist, right? This show is all about the revolution. Pizza and the beer would get you in a room. But we like to talk about the revolution of our guests. So in the year 2050, you guys are sitting back in your recliners. What does your industry look like then?
Christ, I hope I'm alive.
The world of wrestling.
We're talking professional wrestling,
Sure, sure.
or I mean, we
Or the
You can
podcasting.
talk
or-
all of it.
Could be,
man,
yeah.
all of it.
like I said, we've been lifelong friends. Like there was a time in college where I think we hated each other.
That was because of my bitch ex-girlfriend.
He admits it, but
Wait, can we delve into that for a second?
Absolutely.
What do you mean? Your bitch ex-girlfriend. You just hate his ex-girlfriend, or
No, what happened?
did you guys break up and he hooked up with her or something?
No. Like,
No, we broke up.
Yeah, he and
we
I
ended up
broke
breaking
up.
up, and he
Because of her.
She didn't like any of my friends, and because she said they were a bad influence on me. Like I was a drunk, and like everything bad that I chose to do on my own, she blamed on them.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where I moved out. Like we had an apartment with a couple of
It was
buddies.
the biggest fight. I mean, I'm sure it was about smoking.
Yeah, that was the
Of
big
the
fight.
cigarettes.
Yeah,
Sure.
she slapped the hell out of me. I can still feel it sometimes if the wind
Yeah,
blows
she
the
just
right
had a
way.
big issue with it. I was a smoker at the time. And I don't know what he just wouldn't fess up to smoking to her or
Something like that.
something
It was something stupid.
And
I mean,
because you held that from her, you were cheating on every other woman at
it
college. and
it was like everything you
ridiculous.
see in a shitty movie. Like,
It absolutely was. And I'm like, dude, just sack up and be like, you're a bitch and I smoke.
yeah, and I wouldn't do it because I was
and you wouldn't do it.
I was afraid, and then she found out. She slapped me, and then instead of like just having like nutting up and being like, "Yeah, I did it," I took her side, and I ended up moving out of his apartment. We didn't talk for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And
Serious stuff.
a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours that was in the Marines, that was getting ready to go overseas. He was on leave from his base, and I was like, I want to go out to the diner with our friend Charlie. He's like, is it all right if Ryan comes? This was a point where I had broken up with her. We had broken up, and
Now there's no reason at that point for you two to not like.
yeah, he goes, is it cool if Ryan goes? I'm like, look, man, you're on leave. I'm cool with it as long as Ryan's cool with it. We went to the diner. I think I sat down. He said like one thing about, oh, I guess you're divorced now, and then that was it. Like we never.
I guess I've always been a bit of the asshole of the group. And I get reminded that every
You?
time we do shows.
You,
yeah.
Ryan Miller? I
Yeah,
don't-
yeah. And Matt would attest to it. Like I'm the one that always gets assy.
Yeah,
apparently.
every month you get assy once a month.
So where is she now?
I don't know.
See,
I don't even know.
what's the point?
You guys are still
She
down.
was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. She was smoking.
All right.
Oh, so you did it for the.
Send us a pic. We want to make her the first PBR woman of the week. Someone dig one up.
Oh man.
So 2050, where are
So
we?
2050, we're probably still talking about wrestling. Like I don't think we've never grown out of it yet.
Does it look the same? I mean,
I don't
No,
know how. I don't know how it
it's-
could look much different.
well, look, how did it look in 1980?
It's quicker. I mean, it's you're not seeing muscly big guys anymore. I don't think. It's transitions.
Is that
into-
is that transitioning away already?
I think it is. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
no,
You can
you're
look
right.
at something like NXT on the WWE Network. These guys are, they're not 300
yeah,
pounds.
it's not
just
the Ultimate
muscle and
Warrior,
muscle.
Hulk Hogan. It's
Right, they're not roided up anymore. They're I don't want to say normal looking guys, but just tremendous athletes.
I mean, the guy that's the NXT champion, which is like the WWE's AHL,
Okay.
I don't even think he weighs 200 pounds, and he's there.
Is the Miz still out
Yeah,
there?
he's still in there.
Oh,
Ryan,
the Miz.
Ryan loves
Worst.
the Miz.
He's the worst, and that guy never sold me.
He is awesome.
He never drew a dime from me.
Wow.
What a joke! What a freaking
John
joke.
Cena was in Trainwreck with Amy Schumer, right?
Yeah,
All right. Now you're telling me that he's like freakishly
he's a freak show.
gigantic,
He's
man.
a freak show. But those guys are becoming less and less. So I don't know. I don't know if that will continue or if it's just going to go like if it's going to be circular. Like I think there was a point. I mean, I just think it's just wrestling's going to keep being innovative, like and integrate with whatever society and technology and everything it's doing. Because like there's a guy now who's like he's like arrogant. And it's everything's about him and selfies and this and that. When he comes to the ring, he has a selfie stick, and it broadcasts from his phone to the big screen.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's the first they're the first to ever do that in any industry.
Mm-hmm.
And so like they try and stay on top of things, but at the same time, it's still good versus evil. Like wrestling's always going to be good versus evil.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you can put all the lights, you can put all the pyro and all of that. But when the bell rings, it's two guys or two tag teams or whatever in a square with ropes.
I think it's going to be like a live Oculus Rift type shit. Like you'll put on those goggles, and while you're in your house and it's live,
You could look
can be
around.
ringside, and you're like you walk over.
Virtual
look around.
reality, man.
Yeah, like
But it's gonna be live. Like you're
like how you view it will be different.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's always been good versus evil, but the technology changes, just
Yeah,
like reality.
and I mean, we do the weekly podcast, and I obviously you guys do video, we don't do videos, so I know we've been getting in, we've dipped our toe in the Periscope world. Like we Periscoped a little bit on the drive down here. So
It was pitch black, and I just
I saw his headlights.
just
and
headlights. I
taillights.
just held it up to the windshield. That's all I did.
But-
And we just talked.
But
We got a face for radio. Let's be honest.
we do have a face for radio. But I think you can integrate video and you can kind of morph with social media. But I don't know that podcasting or things like that is going to look a whole lot different. There's only so much you can do because there's still radio. There's still terrestrial radio or internet radio, but it's still a guy in front of a mic talking. Mm-hmm. Whether there's video or not. So
5 years ago, who even thought about podcasting?
Right.
I mean, really.
Right. Mm-hmm. So as long as we want to do it and the stuff with LCW, I mean, we've always from the moment we set out doing this, we've always just been like, we'll just kind of go where the wind blows us, and it's been working so far. So,
And by wind, you mean Ryan Miller?
Yeah,
Sure.
the hot air.
It was kind of a blowing joke, but nobody got it. It wasn't good?
It wasn't that good.
it's about as good as that hat you're wearing.
Guys, Ryan, by the way, so everybody knows, I don't hate you at all. I am very happy I got to meet you. And this
Well,
was,
thank you.
It was awesome to bust your balls.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I've
you were
got
awesome.
the biggest balls to bust.
That Jim was telling me earlier. But that's a whole nother podcast. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. What do you want to plug on the way out?
I'll just plug our show, 3 Count Thursday, Thursday nights, 9:30 Eastern Time, ngscsports.com. You want to hit the social medias?
Yeah, absolutely. It's facebook.com/3CountThursday, Twitter and Instagram @3CountThursday. Always the number 3, never the word 3.
Never the word 3.
Tried to keep it easy for you. 3 Count Thursday.
Periscope, 3
Magic
Count
number.
Thursday.
Periscope 3.
I'm at
Count
Big Jim
Thursday.
Sports.
That's at RYNEAGLE, at RYN Eagle.
Right on.
I don't know what Matt says. Shoot.
Go to you can get it
go
on
to
all
there.
of ours.
Yeah, he's not even here.
Derek D.
If you want to see me every day, I host a show called Fastlane Daily. Go to youtube.com/Fastlane Daily.
See you later.
We love you back. We love you and everything.
Thanks.